If you have been on a self-discovery journey and you tried reading books, going to courses, repeating affirmations, and somehow that big transformation did not happen to you, this is a video for you. When I talk to people, I have a special gift. I can hear out words in your speech that gives me clues from your subconscious mind. And with that, I can help you identify the hidden beliefs that you hold that are still triggering you today. So why did not so why this transformation did not happen to you? If you look at videos online or you read, follow people that are inspirational speakers, they all tell you about your beliefs and about imagination. But nobody tells you exactly what to do and how to achieve the transformation. And what I noticed that there is not one answer that will fit everybody because your beliefs, your subconscious beliefs that are dictating who you are, how you see the world, how you react to different situations are coming from your childhood, from the things that you've been through and how you interpreted those events when you were a kid and how you interpreted those events when you were a kid. So nobody can tell you exactly how to change your beliefs until you know what your beliefs are. And these beliefs are so hidden and they are so mind-boggling when you find out what you've been carrying with you all your life, that once you understand what is writing the pattern in your subconscious mind, you can easily change your beliefs and think differently and not react to the triggers that are triggering you today. I remember a client, she was 83 years old, and she was telling me about one instance when she was a kid with her mother. She was 4 years old. So that was 79 years before we had that conversation. Just imagine that. And in this scenario, in this event, she accidentally burnt down the house because she went into the pantry and she wanted to take down a can of tomatoes. Actually, it was a bottle of tomatoes that her mother uh, put in the pantry. And as she was climbing up the shelves, because she was so little she couldn't reach it, accidentally she pulled the shelf down, and as it fell down, it caught on fire and the house burned down. And her mother, who was a narcissist, and she didn't like her at all, she preferred the two older brothers. The mother spanked her in front of the older brothers, and the older brothers were told to pull down her panties, and she was ashamed in front of in front of her siblings. And it's a horrific story. And she being in her 80s, because she has never processed that event, she still carried that with her. She had difficulties in relationships. She had a mentality that she was not good enough. Even she had grandchildren, and she did not find her place. So these things are real. And if you do not process them and you do not find your limiting beliefs in your subconscious mind that you created a long time ago, it will affect all your life. Many times it comes up as anxiousness, perfectionism, people pleasing. Do these sound familiar? Many of us are doing this because we just want to be accepted. We just want to be valued. And it comes because we think that we have to earn the respect, we have to earn the love. And it's all coming from a long time ago. And now that we are adults, we can look back at those events and actually see what really happened and how it programmed our mind to react the same way in situations when we grow up. I recently talked to a young man, and he mentioned before in the conversation that he had some things that happened to him in a younger years when he was a child, but we never really talked about it. And all of a sudden, we are talking about relationships, And he keeps telling me that when he's dating, like he's trying to date these women, somehow there is a disconnect and they just stop talking, but he feels the urge to be explaining something to them, even though I told him, I said, listen, if this is not a match, it's a waste of time. Just move on to the next one. But no, he had to call her back and explain things. And then he calls me, tells me that I didn't listen to you. I actually called her and we had a conversation. And then I asked him, I said, why do you feel that you have to explain yourself to somebody? And this is how we started the conversation. And basically, the story was that when he was a kid, he was sent to a Christian childcare, and the teacher was very mean. The teacher used to scare him with all kinds of the boogeyman in the house, lock him in the closet. She even had the older kids beat him when he was not behaving well. So he was always there in fear. He was not feeling safe. And when he shared that with his parents, the parents just dismissed him, saying that the adults are always right and he was probably bad. And not understanding that this event actually carried forward to his adult life, because I asked him questions. I said, what were the feelings? How did you feel in those moments? And at first, he didn't understand what I actually asked. But then we narrowed it down that the feeling was that he was ignored, that his needs were not met, that he was not safe, he was not cherished, he was not believed. So he was ignored. Fast forward to today, he had the relationship issues, and then he also had an anger problem. And with the anger problem, I asked him, I said, why do you get into this situation? And what are the triggers? Why do you get upset? And he told me because he hates when they're disrespectful. And I'm like, what, how else would you say this? And he was thinking, not really understanding where I was going, because this was our first conversation. But basically, we came down to the same word, that he felt that he was being ignored. Same with the relationship. If he couldn't explain exactly who he was, he felt that the young lady was ignoring him, not seeing his worth. So these are some stories that I can share, and I have many, many more. And all of these stories are unique and mind blowing. Just knowing and seeing and understanding how much even a small emotional trauma can have a full effect in our adult lives. So, in this on this channel, I will talk about our secret life. And what is a secret life? Well, first of all, we all have a public life. Like some of you know me already, many of you know me from my real estate career and my photography business, but you didn't know that I was into the subconscious mind, and I have a talent where I can actually guide people through a very easy conversation to identify where those triggers are coming from, and guide you through a real transformation. So this is our public life. This is a public life that other people see us. They can describe us in a certain way, how they see us, what we wear, how we carry ourselves, how we talk, what they think that are important to us. Our next life is our private life, and the private life is in your family, friends, all the people that know you closely. Those are the things that a person who knows you publicly from a work relationship where you just interact on a professional level, or anybody that really doesn't know you much. Your private life is where your family and friends will probably know a lot more about you, about your past, about your likes, your dislikes, and about your behavior, about how you carry yourself in the world where you're not in front of the public eye. Now, the next life is our secret life. And this is just one secret. The secret life is what's happening in our heads, how we think, how we talk to ourselves, how we make decisions consciously. So this is our manual mind. This, if you imagine your brain as a transmission, there is a manual transmission and there is an automatic transmission. So now we are talking about the manual transmission, but you actually are the person putting it into gear. It's your conscious decisions. And those are the things, for example, when you people please, when you say yes to something, but consciously, subconsciously, mostly consciously, you just regret that you said that. You even resent sometimes the people that you had to say yes to, but you had to say yes because otherwise you think that they will have a negative opinion about you. Or when somebody wants to borrow money from you and you really don't want to give it, but you give it anyway. The stories are endless. So the thinking that is going on in your conscious mind when you're awake, when you think about the situations that you've been through, later when you realize what I should have said, or I was just so stupid. Those are the things that you may be aware. So that's your secret life. That's how you talk to yourself. And your secret life is your subconscious life. Those are the beliefs that are running the show. And if you look up psychologists talking about the subconscious mind, they say that 90 to 95% of what we do is happening from the subconscious mind. It's mind-boggling. So only the tip of the iceberg is what we actually understand and are aware of. But there's so many other things are happening down below the surface. And when you don't know what's in your subconscious mind, and most of us don't know, I mean, I'm also talking about, how we breathe, how we blink, all of these things, that how our body works. That's part of the subconscious mind controlling everything. But we also have beliefs that we believe that we were taught or we created ourselves when we were kids and we didn't understand the situations. And those beliefs are very deeply embedded in our subconscious mind. And those are the filters that through which we see the world today. So, for example, if you were born in a very religious family, let's say Christian, but it can be any religion, it will be a very important part of your life. And anything that you see in the world happening, you will use your Christian glasses to see it through. Same goes for any other religion. Or if you grew up poor and you were always told that, oh, we cannot afford this, now, very likely as an adult, you will have a scarcity mindset and thinking that things are not available to you, and you always shop for the cheapest things, or you're very frugal, and you don't believe that you can actually become successful, or even it would feel that it's against your beliefs because you hear that money is the root of all evil, rich people are mean, and they get they worth the money from abusing the poor and things like that. So if we have those beliefs that we learned from others, and also the beliefs that we created about our own worth and about ourselves, we have to identify if we really believe them today, because we acquired those subconscious core beliefs when we were very young, and we were basically just a kid with our brain being a sponge, absorbing everything that we hear, not questioning, not analyzing. We had no logic to actually question any of it. But now we are adults and we can make up our own ideas and our own opinions, and we can see if any of the beliefs that we have are still true or not. And I can tell you that many of the beliefs that you have, that you formed about yourself, and this is especially my area of specialty that I can help you with. If you created a negative belief about yourself, it is still affecting you today. This is why you are stuck today. This is why you struggle in relationships. You don't have confidence. You don't work at the job that you like. You sabotage yourself in everything. You can sabotage yourself in your relationships, in your work, in the opportunities, even in your health. So if this is something interesting for you, please subscribe to my channel and share this with somebody that you think can use this information, because awareness is the first step. First, you have to realize that something in your subconscious mind is there blocking your blessings. It's blocking you from reaching your full potential. And if you stick around and you want to learn more about how to identify those negative limiting beliefs in your subconscious mind and how to come clear and how to go through a true transformation that is only your path, it's nobody else's path but your path, then you will learn a lot from this channel. Thank you for watching.